Hey everybody, I'm Geoff Coyle, your West Virginia insider. West Virginia's men's basketball coach Bob Huggins joins us right now, and let's take a look back at the last week. You got 1-1 since the last time that we spoke with you. Texas Tech, you get a victory at home, then you go on the road and lose by 19 to Oklahoma, and you're without sophomore forward Devin Williams. When you miss a guy like that and you have to replace his production, he had a double-double the first time you played the Sooners. How much did that loss impact the outcome of the game?
Well, let me ask you a question first.
Okay.
Do they teach you in journalism school to always, when you lose, say how much you lost by?
Just to hammer it home.
But if it's a win, you never mention how many you won by. Is that journalism 101?
I don't know that it's something that they taught us.
I'm just wondering. That maybe you're taught that. Maybe it's really not you. You're just
It's the industry.
Yeah, it's the industry. But what was your question?
Losing Devin Williams. You didn't pay attention from that point on. Just heard the points. Devin Williams, his absence, how much did that impact the game without his production?
No, obviously it impacts it. He's averaging a double-double for us, and he's our big who we feel pretty confident. I think everyone on our team feels confident him stepping out shooting 15, 17-footers, which drags people out of the lane and kind of opens things up for our perimeter guys to get the ball to the basket. And he's obviously our best offensive rebounders and one of the better offensive rebounders in our league. So, obviously we're going to miss him. We still should have been able to put more pressure on him. Our pressure should have been way better than what it was. Our other guys, Elijah, Brandon, Nate, John, are very capable of rebounding the ball. We need to get those guys to step their games up.
Well, you don't have much of an easier task as you go forward. You have three teams that you've played twice throughout conference play, but a few left that you haven't even seen at all, and Baylor is one of those. As you get them into the Coliseum this weekend, a team that can score from all over. You have Rico Gathers. Well, you're going to need Devin Williams back to go up against a guy like that who averages a double-double. How tough of a task do you have with him down to the post?
Well, he got 17 rebounds against TCU earlier in the week, and TCU did a pretty good job rebounding against us. So obviously, if TCU kicked our butt on the glass and they kicked TCU's butt on the glass, we've got a monumental task to try to keep those guys off the glass. But we're capable. We can do a lot of things. It's a matter of we need everybody giving their optimum effort and everybody paying attention and knowing exactly what we're trying to do.
If you pack it in the post, they can beat you on the perimeter as well. And look at a guy like Kenny Cherry, who last year nearly took away a victory when you guys played them out on the road with that last-second shot. How tough of a task do you have with what they can present really all over the floor if you leave them open for a shot?
Well, we're a little different. We don't pack it in the post. We're going to put pressure on the perimeter. I think you put pressure on the perimeter, makes it harder to feed a post. And we try not to let those guys catch it in the post. So, our philosophy is a whole lot different than other people's philosophy, just to kind of pack it in. And every time I've tried to do that, pack it in and hope they didn't make shots, they made them all. So I'd rather just go out there and guard them.
Sounds like a good plan. Coach Bob Huggins, did you no appreciation for the bow tie?
The bow tie.
I wore this specifically for you.
Well, I'm kind of getting used to it. When you wear a regular tie is when
stands out like a sore thumb.
It's noticeable. Yeah, that and giving scores for losses and not wins.
See, every week I learn something new about what I can do better next week, and I really appreciate the lessons.
Well, I just want to know if it was the journalism school, because I was going to write a letter to the dean of the journalism school if that's the way it was.
You can save your envelope in the postage stamp.
Good. I'm glad they're not teaching such things.
Coach Bob Huggins of the Mountaineers, they get Baylor right here in Morgantown, noon tip-off at the Coliseum.